Okay guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna do a trade breakdown now, and I want to off the bat, we're gonna do one winning trade, one losing trade, right? Off the bat, you need to understand that not every trade is going to be a winning trade. And that's why it's so important to manage risk, manage your entries, because when the losing trades come, we need to preserve capital and make sure that we can play this game long enough to see the winning trades, right? And that's the name of the game that we in. You need to, as long as you can, just stay alive, right? And that's why it's so important. So let's start off with, again, doing what we always do. We want to mark out our time. We don't want to trade anything before that. And then we also don't want to trade anything after 8 o'clock at night. So now let's start putting all of these puzzle pieces together. So first and foremost, we identify off the bat that we have a liquidity sweep. This is where liquidity was taken, and we can see there was manipulation, lots of wicks, and then intent in the opposite direction. Our first indication of some sort of a break of structure is that we have price pushing further up than that. But the second indication would be that we are respecting these structure, and you can see we're actually building clean market structure. Now, that being said, we can see we have a demand area right here. Out of this demand area, we had a reaction and price continuously respected this area. Now, what do we want to see in this area is we want to see a break above here and a clean break above. Here you guys can see we have a clean break above, followed by a lot of intent leading up to this area of price. Here is our CP. You guys see the slingshot? We have all this bullish intent, bearish candle, bearish candle. Now we're expecting price to continue higher. We take it on the break of that high. You can see we got entered in this trade. Our stop will be right below that low, because if we go lower, price is against us and we were wrong, right? And then we put our targets. And now you guys can see this was a big, massive losing trade. And they're going to happen, guys. There's going to be times where you're going to take more than one losing trade in a row. But you need to understand that you need to stay in the game and be sure that you get the right mentality to continuously remain profitable, right? Okay, so let's quickly check at another opportunity and another trade breakdown. Again, we can spot that we have a massive liquidity grab, spot jumping the gun a little bit here, but that's so clean and so easy to spot. We don't want to take trades anything before 8:30, and we also don't want to take any trades later than 8 o'clock at night. Right? Very important that you guys understand this. Time and price is everything with what we do. Now I want to see after this manipulation. So you guys see this is actually not a week, right? But this will be a week on like a 15-minute, 30-minute time frame. This will be a massive week below here. Clean manipulation. We put this all together. We've got break of structure. Now we have price pushing higher, and you can see here this is our first initial break above this area, but we didn't really close above there. We just wicked above there. But right after this pullback, we had a lot of intent, more wicks to the upside, and you guys can see this area of demand was respected because we broke through, broke structure, came back, retested. There was no sign of price pushing lower. So what are we doing? we're expecting price to continue trading higher. And here you guys can see this is our CP area. We have price pushing higher, bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle, weak rejection out of the demand, followed by all of these bullish candles. So what does that mean? It means we're getting to the trade. Stop loss right below this low. Target out target 1:44. And you guys can see in this instance, the candle that was about to hit take profit, your stop loss below. So we would have gotten stopped out right there. We would have made our first clean just below 1:1. But if you guys see here, there was another massive re-entry. So let's just break this down for you as well. We had, again, a massive liquidity grab, manipulation, and then we had intent in the opposite direction. What did Duano teach you guys? If you see a wick and intent in the opposite direction, price is most likely going to continue in that direction. All eyes on these bearish candles. We're expecting price to continue as bullish, and we want to just trade the breakout of that high candle high right there. Okay, so that being said, we take our trade, our stops. You can see this, the stop loss was slightly bigger, but our stop literally below that wick or just by that wick. You can even have it here to have a bit of a tighter stop, manage that wick a little, because if price is going to continue down, it might as well just, or probably going to continue all the way. 1:1.4. You guys can see we literally hit our target all the way. So our stop loss, what happens to that? We put our stop loss right here at this week, and now we hold. And you guys can see this trade literally, if you trailed it all the way, you would have banged a 1:3.47. And guys, this is how simple my strategy is, and this is how simple I've made it. Trading doesn't need to be hard. It's just a very simple strategic framework: momentum and intent, liquidity grab, break of structure, supply or demand, continuation is the CP, and then the most important part, our time and price. And look at this. Like I said, I only take 2 legs. First CP, second CP. Look at the third CP, would have hit your stop, and then there was no trading opportunities after that. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you found so much value in this. Be blessed.